Hello and welcome to the in-depth series of Drishti IAS. I am Pooja Divedi. Today we are going to discuss the very important bridge for India. We will know why. So this is the Pamban Bridge that we are talking about. The erstwhile was becoming old and there was a need to replace it. So this bridge is very important. We will discuss why, but before that let us see what are the points of discussion. This is going to be a very crisp video. Not a lot to be talked about, but of course the importance from the perspective of prelims is a lot. Let's first of all know about the Pamban Island. Pamban Island is basically located around 2 kilometers, okay? 2 kilometers from where? From the southern coast of Tamil Nadu, Rameshwaram, and of course it is a needle-like, it's very small, needle-like island, okay? It stretches outwards across the Park Strait, okay? So what is the Park Strait? This is the Park Strait which connects India, which lies between India and Sri Lanka. Now if we talk about from the southernmost tip of this island, Dhanushkodi Point, Sri Lanka is just around 30 kilometers away, okay? So it is very close to India and it is separated by the Gulf of Mannar Marine National Park and Adams Bridge as well. So a lot is going on here. So please understand the importance of this area from the perspective of News on Map series. We will cover this in News on Map, much more detailed analysis of this region. Okay. Moving ahead, now let's talk about the old bridge. The old bridge was established in 1914. So it is more than 100 years old, 100 years. I think it's even, going to complete 110 years soon. So this was constructed by the British to connect Mandapam to Rameswaram Island on the Gulf of Mannar. Okay, and it was the only link between the two locations until a new parallel road was built in 1988. And it is a 2.2 kilometer long bridge, and it is the longest bridge in India constructed over a day. So this is a prelims fact. And it used to work in the Scherzer rolling lift technology. That means it used to open up horizontally whenever a vehicle had to pass. So the new bridge is also coming up parallel to the old bridge, but once it is fully formed, the new one, the old one will be replaced. We do not want any sort of accidents. So this is important because this bridge is important because it is India's first vertical lift railway sea bridge. Okay, it will move like this. This is a vertical lift sea bridge. Okay, so it will move on vertically like this and not horizontally. It works on the electromechanical system. With the help of electricity it will work. The mechanics will work on electricity, and it will be 2.07 kilometer long. The estimated cost was just around more than like 250 to 280 crores, but now the cost is rupees 540 crore. The movements of ships will happen across the railway bridge, and it is developed by the Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. And it is 12.5 meters above ocean level. It will be 3 meters higher than the older one. And it will have 100 spans across the sea. Moving ahead, now let's see what has been completed. Piling work, all 333 piles have been completed. Pile cap and substructure, all 101 completed. Fabrication of all 99 approach spans have been completed, of which 76 girders. This is not important, just understand that 84% of the work has been done. Track laying has been done. Fabrication of vertical lift span girder is also nearing completion, and assembling platform and vertical lift span on the Rameswaram end is getting ready. And this is the 6,776 feet long bridge. It will allow 2 ships to cross it simultaneously. So there will be not an issue with respect to trade. Also the double track in the new bridge substructure, it can accommodate future doubling, and the superstructure will be provided for a single line. So these are prelim statements. It can be asked in a statement form. So remember like that. So what is a vertical lift bridge? It uses a system of counterweights and cables to move an interior lift span structure. Okay, it uses cables and counterweights so that it can move up and down easily. Although you have to remember it remains horizontal like that only. It will, like this is horizontal, this will lift like that only. Okay, it will not go any other way. And it will be horizontal as it is raised up and down like an elevator. It will work like an elevator. It will allow the traffic to pass beneath the structure. Once it gets lifted up, the ships will pass like this. Okay, very easily it can be there. So other examples are US Hawthorne Bridge. Wright Bridge in Australia, and Francis Pont Jacques Pamban Bridge. Okay, remember this. So tourism is, of course, the most important thing for India along with pilgrimage. Whenever there is a connectivity, tourism and pilgrimage will boost. Apart from that, employment for people who are living across the islands will also be boosted. Of course, as we look at China's presence in Sri Lanka, we can see that India needs to maintain presence closer to Sri Lanka. So that is also one of the things. So let us talk about the question I will attach in the comment segment. Those of you who will answer that question, I will take your names in the next segment. And those of you who are doing it regularly will become my favorite students. So I will also talk about your correct answers, and I will try to encourage you and praise you during my segment. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching and stay updated.